Hi guys, the Home Service Pro here. Today's video, I'm going to show you how to change out a sump pump that has failed. So this is the pump that's given us a hard time. I'm going to go ahead and unplug it just because we are dealing with a tank that's full of water. Don't like electrical. Water and electrical don't go together very well. So we're going to go ahead and spin the lid out of the way. So what this does is outside water comes into this pit and it pumps it away and gets it away from the house so it doesn't start backing up inside the house. We are well above where we're supposed to be. You can see the float back there. It's flipped right up. The pump was not running. It's just completely dead. So we're going to go ahead and change out this pump. With this one, first thing we're going to do is disconnect the Fernco here. We're just going to loosen this hose clamp up. There we go. And we're just going to lift up on the Fernco. We're going to get a little bit of water. It'll drain right out for us here. Right back into the tank. There we go. All right, so now our pump is disconnected from the plumbing. We're going to go ahead and feed the cord, pull the lid right off the top of this, and pull the cord right through this lid. We're going to set this lid aside for right now. I'm going to go ahead and lift the pump up and get it out of the way. So this is the current pump that we have here. And this is our float that turns that on and off. And it's just not working, so I don't know if it's the actual motor, if it's the float. But we're going to go ahead and change out the whole pump and put a new one in. Okay, so all I did is laid the pump down on its side. You can see we got another Fernco here and a check valve. We're going to go ahead and loosen this hose clamp up right here. There we go. And then this should be loose. I can pull that right off in there, get it out of the way. Then I got a big pair of channel locks. We're going to go ahead and spin the check valve out of the pump. All right, so now we have everything off from the old pump that we need to reuse. So now we're just going to go ahead and set this pump back here out of the way. I don't want to set it out of the room because it does have a little bit of slime and stuff on it. Okay, so this is the pump that I recommend. It's a Liberty pump. They have a great warranty. I haven't had any problems with them. We're going to go ahead and put this check valve back into the pump. You got to be careful because this is a plastic thread and a metal body, so it's very easy to cross thread these. And so you got to just be careful when you're putting it together. Once you get it started, we're going to go ahead and lay this down on its side, and we're going to get the channel locks back on it. This does not need to be super tight because, again, it is plastic on metal. It only needs to be on just a few turns. And essentially, if it leaks, it's just going to leak back into the pit, and it's not a big deal. So that's pretty tight there. We're going to go ahead and stand this back up, get the riser piece that we took off, and put this back on here. Get our nut runner. We're going to go ahead and tighten this back up. Two hands on it here so I can get a little bit tighter. There we go. That's good and tight. So now we're going to go ahead and get that pump back in the hole, and we're going to test it. Set this pump back down in the hole. Oh, we got to get our lid back on first. Get our cord pulled through the hole. You always want to put the cord in from the bottom of the lid up through. That way it ends up the right way when you get everything all reset. Now that the cord's through, we're going to slide this over. Get that through there. Get this Fernco back on here. Tighten up the hose clamp. And now we're just going to leave this lid off to the side so we can see if it's working or not. You should be able to hear it as well, but we're going to go ahead and plug the pump back in. There we go. I can hear the pump running. The water is dropping in there. And there we go. The pump shut off and we're down to the right level. We're going to go ahead and put this hose in there and we're going to run some water to let that pump cycle a couple of times. Pump just turned on. And even with that hose running, this pump is catching up. It just shut off. We'll go ahead and let it cycle one more time and we'll shut this hose off, get the lid back on it the right way, and it'll be done. Pump just turned back on. I went ahead and shut that water off. Make sure it shuts off for us. And there we go. It shut off. Everything's working the way that it should. So we'll get this all put back together. And there we go. It's all set. Well, there you go, guys. We got the sump pump changed out. Everything's working the way that it's supposed to. So if you liked today's video, if you found it helpful, please like and subscribe to the channel. It helps us grow. Have a great day. And remember, you got this. Thanks, guys. We'll see you on the next one.